Hood Outlaws and Legends is starting to come alive again because they made it free to play in April of 2022. Now, there's a lot to share with you. Are simple, it can be easily forgotten if not practiced in every match. But if you do practice these and continuously use them, you will become victorious in your one-on-one matches in the Outlaw Heist, or possibly win the game if everybody's playing their role the correct way. Remember to hit one of those engagement buttons at some point in the video. I'm your host, Mr. Unleashed, and welcome to Mr. Unleashed World. Tip number 1. Stamina is a big part of this game. There's multiple ways you can lose your stamina. It's funny how running is not the biggest way of losing it. Anyway, stamina can drain normally from 3 ways. That is from winching the chest, continuous blocking, or attacking at will. It is key to maintain your stamina when you're facing another player, because without stamina, you cannot counterattack, and eventually you'll be unable to block as well. And also, stamina is required to counter your opponent. So if they attack you, countering can throw them off balance and leave them open for an attack. Tip number 2. If you're with a team that's playing the game correctly, you might want to know how to move around the map without being discovered. There's an option in this game where you can throw rocks and whistle. Now, these 2 methods of throwing rocks and whistling can either take the NPC away from you or bring them towards you to distract them for another player to come up and assassinate them. First, to whistle, you just press down the directional pad, and if you want to throw rocks, you hold it and you aim it to where you want it to throw. Moving around the map unseen is crucial because once you're spotted, you let everybody know where you are, including the enemy team. So if the other team is very strategic, they know where not to go or know that you're alone and going to gang up on you. So, tip number 3. If you're trying to get around the map a little bit faster, you might want to try the run, slide, run method, which is when you run, you slide, and towards the end of your slide, you run again. This way you're able to get around the map faster to get to a point, or to go defend, or go ahead and start winching the chest. This will make you a little bit faster than the person who don't know how to use this method. Tip number 4. Don't throw all your attacks at once. Like I said earlier in my video, stamina is key, because once you have the stamina, a good player will know that and they'll start on the attack. And what did I say earlier? You're dead. Dead in the water, up the creek without a paddle, whatever cliche you want to use. And when you're attacking at Robin or Marianne, notice they are quick to dodge and it's hard to hit them. So be very strategically on how you attack them. Tip number 5. When you're walking around that map trying to be unseen, use your camera to look behind you at the same time, because it's easy for people to sneak up in this game. If you're paying attention one way because you're distracted looking at a guard or attacking the guard, somebody can sneak up on you pretty easily. Always use your camera and look around. Now, I have a bonus tip for you. When you actually are carrying the chest with your team, try not to drop the chest too much, because the more you drop the chest, the more gold come out, the less gold you have if you win the match. That is divvied up between your 4 players. Remember to always take care of the chest and choose the best pathway to get to where you're going. Remember to subscribe for more game information on your upcoming games. And if you want to learn State Heist, the player versus environment mode, click on the video on your screen, because the player versus environment mode is you against the NPC, and they play very differently than how they play in Outlaw Heist. Welcome to Mr. Unleashed World.